good morning. Good morning. Okay, there we go. You guys can have a seat for a minute. Now that you actually said good morning, I'll let you sit down for a second. Hey, my name's Dan. I have the privilege of being one of the pastors here on staff, and we're excited about this morning, partly because Jim Stutzman, if you see him, give him, just like you did with Jim Van Etten. If you see Jim Stutzman from Element in Blissfield, give him a big hug and a sloppy, wet kiss, okay? Because I think, we hope, we got this thing figured out, okay? So, yes, that is, yeah, see, you can tell the people that were here last week because they're like, praise Jesus. We actually had to cut the live stream and all the audio last week because the static was so bad. So we think it's a bad breaker. He pulled the breaker out, so we're only working on half a sound system, so bear with us, but it's better than static. So, hey, a couple quick announcements. If you are a gentleman in this room, this coming Wednesday is one of our summer contenders meetings, and it's going to be at Jake Isley's house. And if you don't have enough testosterone flowing through your body, I want to encourage you to be there Wednesday because we are going to be shooting guns. Lots of guns in the air at little clay pigeons and blowing things up, okay? So, Jake, do we have a time? Do you know a time? Is any time good? What? Anytime? Yeah, right. 7:30 in the morning, whatever. Okay. Okay. Let's go with Bri. What do you want to do? 6. Okay, 6. We will send a confirmation in the midweek emails, but I'd like to say it now so you guys are here if you're not on the midweek emails. 6 to 8-ish at Jake's. We'll send the address and all that stuff so you guys can find out where he's at, and that'll be a really, really fun thing. So, and guys, if you did not get one of these, make sure you do, because we have an August date coming up as well. And then ladies, there's these, and these are all out at the tables as you guys go out and at the main table. This is the bride summer schedule. So ladies, so you know what your meeting dates are for July and August. Actually, you missed your July, so August. And then we want to point you guys all to these cards too. This yellow card is like one of the most important cards you can please get and clip on your refrigerator or something right now. We're calling this the summer surge. It's kind of the end of the summer, which is terrible to say. We're like halfway through already. But these are all our key dates for our outreach stuff and our activities and things we're going to be doing. So please tune in right here, right now, real quick. Next week, we will not be in this building. Okay? And it's a beautiful thing because we can be in this building. But for 7 years of Mosaic, there was always a Sunday in the summer that we had to be out of Siena. So we want to just kind of keep that tradition of, man, let's stir things up a little bit. Let's be reminded this is not church. This building does not get you into heaven. It's a beautiful place for us to come and worship. But we're going to actually meet at the Grand Pavilion at the center at LCS. And we will be doing a time of worship outside. It will be a family service, so our kids will be in with us. I'll do a short teaching, I promise. And then Andy Pyatt is going to give you an update on I-92. And then when we're done with the service, we are going to have the line set up, and we're going to pack 10,000 meals for Haiti. And for those of you guys who know what's going on in Haiti and just the turmoil and everything, those meals are definitely needed. So neighborhood church is coming and partnering with us that morning. They'll be there as well. So please do not show up here. Please help share on social media, okay? Even if you're not social media savvy, go onto the 1Mosaic Facebook page and help share next week's event so everybody knows we're at the center. And if not, there'll be posters on our doors when they come here, okay? Realistically, we'll probably start at 10:10 or 10:15, even a little later, so people have time. There's not a ton of parking by the Grand Pavilion. So if you are healthy and fit and can walk, please park in one of the other parking lots and walk up with your family, so those that need to park closer can, okay? That would be really, really helpful. And there are bathrooms right there, and we will also do lunch afterwards. Mosaic will be cooking hot dogs and hamburgers, and you guys just kind of bring whatever else you want to share. Okay, just big old potluck style, and we'll have some hot dogs and hamburgers. Everybody got that? Okay, and then the rest of the dates are on here of what we're doing. We're doing a pray day downtown. We're going to meet in downtown. We're going to do a little worship set. We're going to spread out through the city and pray for the city, go to all the schools in the county and pray for our schools. Then we're doing a work day here at this campus and at the Mosaic House down the road. In September, we have our lake party and baptism, so that date's on here. And then we also have our free-for-all coming up in September, which some of you guys already have like barns full of stuff, which is great. So we're going to do that in September. So make sure you please grab one of these yellow cards so you have all of that information. There are also rooted cards. If you have any students between 6th and 12th grade, grab one of these so you know all their dates as well. Now, the last two things. We have just a few spots left for the Global Leadership Summit. We are extending our host site price because we bought a package deal of tickets. So we have 5-ish tickets left. If you guys want to do that, we'll still honor the $99 price. So talk to me or Brian so we can get you on that list and we can get all those spots filled. And that is August 9 and 10. It's 2 all-day, like 8 to 4 sessions for leadership. It's incredible. You want to be there, okay? Whether you're a homeschool mom or a CEO, this is for you. It's really, really good. And then the last thing I want to talk about real quick is Brian will be out in the lobby afterwards. And if you are having any trouble with this Breeze system that you keep getting like emails about and trying to get all your stuff registered into Breeze, see Brian and he'll help you walk through that. Caleb B might be out there as well. We really want to try to unroll this thing as soon as possible, August or September. And it's going to be a really easy way for us to stay in communication with you guys. It allows us to do mass texting when we need to, mass emails, groups, worship team, right? Hospitality team, kids ministry team. We can put them all in there or do big emails. So we really need your information in there. And we also need your kids' information in there because that's what we'll use to start checking the kids in. So it is imperative that we get this stuff in there, please. So help us with that. And here's our last family meeting talk for a second, okay? Communication is so important. And I feel like in today's day and age, we're so plugged in that we become unplugged, right? We get 50 emails in our phone and 45 texts every day, and we're just like, yeah, I saw the email. Well, you saw the email, and then you never responded, and so we have no idea if you can or cannot help if you're serving, or if you're interested, or if you're coming. So we started this. We had an architect meeting this week. I talked to them. We had a staff meeting this week. I talked to them. We will start at a leadership level, but I am asking you as a faith family, if someone sends an email that's requesting a response to help serve or will you be there, please within 24 hours, try to respond to that, okay? And it starts with us as staff and leadership. And if you email us with a question and you don't get a response back within 24 hours-ish, you can call us out on that. Greg Kinney, Michelle, I'm sorry. They sent me an email on Monday, and it was Wednesday afternoon before I got back. And I'm sorry, but it's super important, and it's helpful to know that. Because here's the thing. Like Stephanie's making the kids serving, who's on to serve. And John's making the worship team schedule. And so some people go like, oh, I got it, and I'm on, and that's good. Or they won't. So 30 people responding no is actually better than 30 people not responding. Because when you don't respond, we have no idea if you're coming or not coming, or if you even got it, or if you're interested, or whatever. So when someone's asking even just a, nope, sorry, I can't make it, you can give a thumbs up, like, hey, I'll be there, good, I got it. Anything you can to help us with communication is just greatly appreciated. Fair enough? Cool. And you're welcome to gently kick us in the pants too, right? If we're not doing our job communicating, but we really want to. We want to make sure you guys know what's going on here. You don't miss opportunities. We are not going to put anything out for you guys that we feel like is not of value. We wouldn't push GLS if it wasn't of value. We wouldn't push parenting and marriage seminars if it wasn't of value. And those of you that come, you see and you get the value of that. So please just help by engaging in those emails. Now, When Caleb B sends out the midweek email, we don't need 250 people responding, got it, okay, that one's okay. But specific emails, please just respond, even if you can't, or hey, I'll get back to you when I check the calendar. Okay, thank you so much for your help with that. Listen, we're going to have a little different flow today. Tad and some of our worship team is going to be teaching. We're going to talk about this heart of worship. Obviously, everything we do is worshiping God. As crazy as it is. These announcements are worshiping God, I hope. Okay? So everything we do in life is a form of worshiping God. And in church world, what's kind of hard is we've kind of labeled worship being music. And it's the only time we think of worship. But everything we do, preaching, teaching, reading, serving in the kids, it's all worship for God. But these guys are going to speak specifically about music and the heart of worship and how we engage in that and how we really enter into the presence of God. So Tad's going to start us out. We're going to have a little different flow with some songs in between the teaching. So here's what we're going to do. Tad's going to get a standing ovation for him coming up, because you can stand and say hi to some people around you, and as you stand, clap, and then Tad will come up and he'll feel good and ready to go. Okay, thanks, guys. Wow, look at that, man.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'll be here all day.
Ready for this? Loving the socks, brother. Beat that thing. I know, I heard it.
I can finally.
You ready? All right, you're too kind, you're too kind. I'm on up here. Oh, Mom, find your seat. Come on, what are you doing? I'm trying to speak. Guess which one's my mom? The only person trying to ham it up more than I am is holding things up. Oh, good morning, 1Mosaic. We are so excited for all of us to get up here and teach about this. We've been talking about it, and normally in the summer, you know, you might come to church and the lead pastor's out of town or something, and that's kind of the week. A lot of times you go to Big Boy, or, you know, you're like, but there's a pretty good chance this week is going to be an upgrade, you know, over what you usually get. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I thought Dan was actually going to be on vacation when I wrote a lot of this, so I didn't know he was going to be here, but that's all right. He can roll with it. He's good. Super excited. So Dan called me up and he said, do you want to teach again this summer? And when I started at this church a couple years ago, I didn't realize Dan doesn't work the summers. Like, I don't know if he's still in that teacher. He thinks he's a teacher. I'm loud, brother. I'm loud. Static or anything. I can go right over the mic. All right. I love Dan. He knows that. I'll leave him alone now. So we want to Dan asked me if I wanted to teach, and I was like, yes, I would love to. So almost instantly it was like, I want it to be about worship. When I first came to this church, these are the first group of people I got the pleasure of hanging out with. And I'm going to turn into Ryan Bills here for a second, but so these are my people to start with. So when I got a chance to talk, I was like, yeah, I could farm this out to the worship team, and I won't have to do a lot. So that worked out really, really sweet, actually, because these guys pretty much picked up the whole thing. I get to pop up here, tell a few jokes, and sit down and listen to some awesome worship. But But like Dan said, everything we do is worship, but we want to speak specifically about the musical side of worship. Everything we do is worship, and Dan has taught about that before, and it was an excellent teaching. But this is about when we come in here and we play music and we sing, and I just want to recognize these guys first. A lot of you guys don't see them get here early in the morning. You don't see everybody running around wiggling chords and trying to get static out of speakers, and everybody trying to learn songs, and John running home because he forgot all the music, and you don't get to see all of that stuff, the chaos some mornings when you come in here, that you're trying to get in this mindset of worshiping God, but you have to get ready to do all of that. And sometimes it's just crazy, and so they do a lot of hard work. And if there's anybody else, Tim, I see out there, if there's anybody else out there that's part of the worship team, stand up for a second. Stand up and let these people, there you go, stand up. So give these guys a round. There you go. And right up there, behind in that little glass box, they're not even looking. They're so focused on their work. But those guys have probably the worst job in church. And the reason I say that is because nobody ever says thank you. Nobody ever even knows they're there unless what? Something goes wrong. And then we all do the, did you see how slow they were on the slides today? Totally shut down the spirit. I wasn't able to worship. So thank you to everybody that sat in that booth and never got mentioned and never got a thank you. Thank you. You're awesome up there. We appreciate you. And we don't mean it when we say that about being slow with the slides, you know what I mean? We don't mean it. We're just complaining like we do. So like Dan said, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach for a few minutes, and then we're going to play a song that goes along with my teaching. And then I'm going to hand off to John, and he's going to teach, and it's going to go all the way. Brittany's going to be next, and Alicia's going to close us up. That should be 3.5, 4 hours by the time Alicia gets done. So Dan told me to hurry, and then he does like 20-minute announcements. So now I got this little window. So it's funny, as I was working on this, I was like, well, worship, it means kind of a lot of things, and like Dan said, it can be what we do, and we're talking about music, so I looked up the word worship. And maybe there's something wrong with me, but the definition of worship, all the words, I had to look up them again because they were words I still didn't understand. So worship's like this weird thing, right? So I looked up worship, I looked up the words that were in the definition to worship, and then I finally came up with this. Worship is the feeling or expression of deep love and respect for God. The feeling or expression of deep love and respect for God. Guys, that's a very, very important thing. And that's kind of what we want to get to today is having us as a church body understand the importance of what this is. And outside of here, right, we all love music. We have different styles of music. Some people come in here with their bass rolling in the parking lot and this and that. Everybody has different music, but that music's about us, right? We can pick what music we want. We can pick different styles. We all have different bands. This music and this time is not about you, right? My wife and I are lucky enough to be part of the counseling team here, and when people come in, one of the first things we tell them is, life is not about you. And I wish I wrote that, but I stole it from Rick Warren book. But I use it a lot, and sometimes I give him credit, and sometimes I take credit. But I use it probably more than he does, so I feel like I own it, you know what I mean? But anyways, it applies to this, right? Worship is not about you. We come here sometimes and we're like, nah, that wasn't really my favorite song, I don't know. I like when John, I'm always like, John, play the electric guitar, burn your acoustic guitar, get rid of it, I like rock and roll heavy music, so I'm always trying to steer us in that direction, right? Because I want it to be about what I want. We're all selfish. The core problem of everything we do is that we're all selfish people. But this music and this time, this little window of opportunity we have to worship is not about us, right? It's about God. And that's, for me, my point is that we have to get our minds right, and we have to get our minds set on Him. Because we worship God because He is holy and He is worthy. So a lot of times, you know, the worship team starts, and Dan, I'm pretty sure this came from you, but 1Mosaic is the slowest church in the universe about getting into church. Like literally can be 2 songs in, and half of you are halfway here. Sal, you're the exception. You're here 3 hours before we start. So Sal, can we get Sal hooked up with a group text to just start getting everybody up on Sundays? Literally, like everything around here, it's like 10 o'clock means 10:10-ish if everything's going good that morning. But when you hear the worship start, it's not time to hit the bathroom. It's not time to grab a donut. It's not time to hang out in the lobby any longer. You should have got here a little bit earlier if that's what you were planning to do. It's time to get into the sanctuary, and it's time to shut down what you're doing, and it's time to open your mind to what has been going on in your life. It's time to open your mind up to the God who has done everything for you and has given you everything that you have. And it's time to get ready for that mindset. Because it doesn't matter what bands you like at that time. It doesn't matter what style you like. You know, we don't take requests. I mean, for a price we probably would, you know what I mean? But online giving, no, we're not going there. Not going there. It's not about that, right? That's us and our music outside here. That's us and our selfish mindset. When we're in here, it's about Him. And we got to come in here and get ready and have our minds focused on that. You know, it's not a time, and I'm terrible at this, right? I'm coming in at the last minute and I'm hugging 12 people in the first row, and I'm missing out, right? I'm missing out on time to praise God. They're not bad things, right? I love my family, but I see them enough. I've hugged them 1,000,000 times, right? I could probably, same thing. If I want to hug them, I need to get here a little bit earlier. And that I will blame on my son not getting out of bed. That whole different problem. I don't have time to get into that this week. And really, guys, it doesn't even matter if you feel like singing at all. Because again, it's not about you, and it's not about what you feel like doing. It's about God and how beautiful and how worthy He is of this time. So we all come in here with baggage. We all come in here with different things. Like Kayla's son was just pooping everywhere during the announcements. Which is pretty much, if you sit over here, something we have to deal with almost every week. But we have to shut that off. We have to shut that off, right? Close whatever you gotta do, plug your nose, and get into the mindset of God and what He's done. Listen to the music. And you know what? At first, when we start talking about this, everybody thinks this is what we're talking about, right? Hands up, everyone. It's like a stick up. Everybody get your hands up. Everybody has to worship. Or if you're feeling a little uncomfortable, you can do the mid version of, You know, no. If that's what God's calling you to do and that's what you're feeling, yes, absolutely. If you're in a spot where you need to come up here and get on your knees in front of this giant cross up here and spend some time in prayer, that's what it's about. If you need to sit down in your pew and take some time and pray, and that's how you connect with God, and that's how you can speak to God and tell Him your heart and how thankful you are and just praise Him, then you do it there. But when I first started coming here, it killed me, right? Because I love music. I've loved music my whole life. And the worship team was doing good, but this is what would happen. The song would end, and then you would hear this. All these guys would be turning their pages, and that was it. It's like, really? Nobody had anything happen good enough this week to be excited. This is not a library. Right? We're not called to tiptoe in here and sit down and be silent at all. This is our house. This is our family. And we're in front of our God. And this is our time to scream, hoot and holler, clap, laugh, praise God. If you're going through a hard time, like I said, drop to your knees and pray. Don't worry about what the guy beside you is doing. It's not about, is this a one-hand song or a really good two-hand song, or where are we at with that, you know? worry about God. Get your mind on God. If you have to close your eyes, close your eyes. Block everybody else out in what they're doing. It doesn't matter what they're doing. They're trying to praise God. And this all started with me in Revelation 4, 8 to 11. I was reading that, and John wrote Revelation. Not this John. If you're new, I don't want to confuse anybody. This John did not write Revelation. It's a John. This is different spelling. When I first came here, I was like, sweet, the John of Revelation leads worship here. But it's not that John. But in Revelation, John has the whole book is about Jesus literally taking him up in this. I don't even know how you want to describe it. Revelation's crazy, and I'm not even going to get into it. That could be weeks of me talking, and I wouldn't even be close to explaining it right. But basically, he's like on this journey with Jesus, and he literally takes him to heaven. And he opens up the throne room, and there is God seated. I mean, how cool is that? Like, who gets to do that? Like, he gets a glimpse into heaven. I mean, I think about weird things, but what do you do the next day? Like, it's like, yeah, I went to heaven yesterday for a little bit. Probably get the weed whacking done today. It's like kind of a hard gig to follow up, you know. It's kind of, I don't think I would just probably sit there for like a week, like, what did I eat yesterday? Was it something I ate yesterday, or what? What just happened? He literally gets to go and see God and see what's going on around him. And I'm just going to read some of Revelations. And it's Revelations 4, chapter 4, verses 8 to 11. I'll read it. If you got your Bible, you can follow along. But each of the 4 living creatures had 6 wings and was covered with eyes all around, even under his wings. Day and night they never stopped saying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." That's just part of it, but think about that. They never stop saying it. So what's happening right now while I'm speaking? It's still, right now, there's a real heaven and a real God, and he's sitting on a real throne. I mean, he might be doing some other stuff right now, but that is still going on. Every minute of every day, and they never stop praising him. Like, that's a busy job. And we come in here for 20 minutes out of our whole week, and we're too mentally preoccupied to sing. We're too nervous about what somebody else is going to think to sing. Shame on you. And it goes on to say, whenever the living creatures give glory, honor, and thanks to him who sits on the throne and who lives forever and ever, the 24 elders fall down before him who sits on the throne and worship him who lives forever and ever. They lay their crowns before the throne and say, "You are worthy of our Lord and God to receive glory and honor and power, for you created all things, and by your will they were created and have their being." Guys, they get it. I mean, yeah, they're sitting right beside God, so they don't have a lot of choice, but they get it. We need to get it. We need to understand what this time is for and how precious it is and what a gift it is. It says they take off their crowns and lay them before the throne. I mean, that's symbolic to me, right? Everything in Revelations has meaning, but they're removing a crown, which is a sign of, you know, being a king. They're taking that off and setting it down and bowing before him, which is saying that they are under him, that they are below him, right? They're giving respect and love to God. That's what we need to do. Today, take off your crown. Take off your busyness. Shut down your cell phone. Shut down the worship picnic that we got going on after this with Sloppy Joe's, I think, which is kind of in the back of my mind. I like Sloppy Joe's. So, and get ready to worship, because that's what I'm telling you. These guys ain't no joke. I mean, it's not about them and they know it, but we got a pretty good worship team. And you're gonna hear from each one of them today, and it's gonna be a blessing. And thank you guys. You're awesome. Thank you for your time. Thank you for leaving your families in the morning and coming here early and working late on Saturday nights, practicing. You are practicing, right? And thank you for what you do. But that's enough about them, because for the rest of the service, it's about Him. So I'm done. We're going to play a song that's a Revelation song that's about that exact passage, about being in heaven. And guys, just, if you have to, close your eyes and picture that. Close your eyes and picture, yeah, give me a little bit of that music in the background like Dan gets at the end. And picture that, right? John got to look into heaven and see God in all of His glory, see the people around him that just falling before Him. What has God done in your life? I know some of your stories. God's done a lot. And if you know anything about mine, the simple fact that I'm standing here is enough for you to worship. If you can't think of something in your life, I got a list of things I've screwed up that are worth, I got enough for all of you. So stand up with me and let's worship God like we mean it today. Thank you.
Rolls of thunder, blessing and honor, strength and glory and power be to you, the only wise King. Yeah, holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you, Lord. I will adore you, filled with wonder, awestruck wonder, at the mention of your name. Jesus, your name is power, breath and living water, such a marvelous mystery. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing, with all creation I sing, praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come. With all creation I sing, praise to the King of Kings. You are my everything, and I will adore you. Nothing else matters, God.
Prayer. How you it's a blessing that we the blessing praise you. All right, so it's weird holding a microphone. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. So my name's John. If I haven't met you, I would love to meet you, because there's a lot of people that I really don't know, and that kind of bums me out. So when thinking about music, when thinking about worship, lyrics and the language that we use means so much to me, absolutely so much. And so I was in the place where, like, who are we worshiping? Starting right there at the bare bones. And so when I think about God, I think about the fact that, like, he's not just a he. He's not just God, where we use like a proper noun. So much as God is the foundation of transcendental reality. Like, God is all that is all. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. In Colossians 1:16, it talks about everything being made for Christ. All of creation. He's the firstborn of all creation. In him, through him, and by things, or everything is made, and they have their being, they have their existence. It's all held together by his thought. Like, this is the God that we are serving. This is the God that we are singing about, that we are worshiping. And that concept in itself demands attention. Like, really. We use language to try to grasp our minds onto a concept that is lofty, something that we can't actually fathom. Like, we can never be like, oh yeah, now I get it. No, that's not the place that you actually get to. And the fact that we cannot fathom it is not a bad thing. It's good. That means that there is pursuit. Like any relationship, pursuit is crucial. It's crucial to its health. And so I think about this God who holds existence as we know it. Everything, who spoke the human mind into existence with all of its complexities, that after centuries and centuries and millennia, scientists really don't fully understand every single thing with the human mind and how the brain works, and there's just so much, and God spoke that into existence. It's this God who holds everything together simply because of his being, he comes after us. He's seeking us. He wants a relationship with us. He wants us to speak with him. He wants us to respond. Like, worship is a response to his goodness, his brilliance. And so I think about the parable that Jesus spoke. He took time to speak to crowds of people. And he took time to talk about the parable of the lost sheep. And saying, you know, which one of you would not leave the 99 other sheep who are just there grazing, being all happy and fat and fluffy, and they're just good, and he would leave them and go find the one that wandered away. And then when he finds him, not scolding, not like, oh sheep, I know you sheep. No, but like rejoicing over the sheep, placing it on his shoulders and walking back to the fold and welcoming the sheep back into the fold, and then having a celebration with friends. Like this whole welcoming celebration, this love, this intimate care, that is the God that we serve. Ecclesiastes 3:11 speaks of beauty and eternity being set upon our hearts. And yet we cannot see the scope of what he has done, of who God is. Now, within that, so I think about God, and then I think about us. I think about the importance of response. And so I'm brought back to Psalm 139, where it's talking about how we were formed and God's intimate care in that way. And so this one, this is a fun word that I learned this week, was sachak. All right, that's Hebrew. All right, now I want you guys to say that like this: sachak. Yeah, it sounds like an expletive. It's not like a sachak. No, there's nothing like that. It is. It's the word that David wrote in Psalm 139, and he was talking about weaving. He was talking about knitting intricately, and there's this. That's the word that he was inspired to use, talking about us being formed in our mother's womb, that we were knit together. The focus and attention and patience necessary to do that action is staggering. To do, like, to knit something. I don't knit things. And when I see people knit things, like my wife knits stuff, and it's really cool watching the blankets and things that she's doing and all this stuff, and it's like, that's a lot of time. But it's just this small material. But I think about what that means for us, and it's more patience than I possess. And when I think about the focus and attention to detail, it's pretty crazy. I mean, like, I think of my children, and I love them dearly, but arguably my mind was somewhere else when, you know, the creation thing was happening. And so God was fully aware of everything that was, you got it, yeah. Everything he was fully aware of everything that was happening. And so, and then my mind is also taken back to when our Reverend JP over here was talking about the foot, all right? That blew my mind when he was talking about that. And so I'm going to take a stab at it. You can fact check it. It might be kind of whatever. But anyway, so let's see. 26 bones, 26, 28, something like that. 26 bones, 33 joints, and more than 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments make up one of these. Like I'm not thinking about the entire body, just the foot. Just the foot. And this is what God spoke into existence. That is design. And we've known since like the 1800s that muscles and ligaments, and there's overlapping and interweaving, and it's like really sewn together. You can see the knitting, the weaving. It's maddening. And that's the word that David was inspired to write millennia ago. You know, it's nuts. So God cares on that intimate level, and it's my response to his pointed love is that all of life worship, in song, in meditation, in thought, in action. When I screw up and I choose selfishness and myself as Lord over my life, when I sin, I choose not to stay there. I and there's certain things that I do, like I have my brothers are amazing human beings, and we talk about pretty much everything. So I call them up a lot, and we talk about sin, we talk about life, we talk about growth, we talk about struggles and joys and everything. So I speak it out loud to myself, I speak it out loud to others, and I remember to turn towards the brilliance and the love of God, not focus my energy on myself, because that, in a sense, makes an unnecessary God, an unnecessary idol out of my own brokenness. When I'm focusing on, oh, John, you screwed up again, you were selfish, I heard what you said, and that kind of stuff. Like, no, don't pay attention. Don't build an idol there, a pedestal to focus on. Turn to the brilliance of God. Turn to the brilliance of God. And so when I think about words, the song that I chose to do was a hymn called In Tenderness, and this is from like 1894. That was when this was written by this dude, Walton Spencer. And he was a guy, he was a businessman turned missionary when he was like 22 years old, because he was a broker, and that was his main thing, selling people's assets and doing all that stuff. But then he realized what he was living for, and he grew up in the church, but he said that his life was hypocritical, that he was trying to earn things through works and all of these things, and he just realized that God's grace covers us all, and it's something so beautiful. Redemption is something so staggering and amazing. And so he turned his life and started doing different things. Born in 1850, so that's like 1872 is when he turned around. In the 1880s, he left England to go to the British Isles and South Africa. That was where he felt called to. And he started this gathering called the Sailors' Rest. And it functioned as an active community. It met the physical and spiritual needs of sailors and African natives and European sailors and just people, transient people all over the place. And it was called the Cape General Mission. So that it was interdenominational. It was an actual outpost that was dedicated to serving people. And then he became ill and passed away at the age of 56, so he was a young guy. But he wrote 10 years before his death, he wrote the song In Tenderness. And he's not like a big songwriter or anything. He has one song that he wrote, and that it actually just not blew up, but it's just stayed with the church for a century now. And it pulls from the parable of the lost sheep, and it pulls from the actions of the Good Samaritan in Luke 10:30 through 37. And I love this hymn because it speaks to the greatness and the full covering of redemption, and it marries the story of the Good Shepherd and the lost lamb. It also shines light on God's intentional steps towards us on an individual level. Like the whole line that where Jesus is whispering to us, I found thee, thou art mine. Yeah, it's heavy. So not every line is literally taken from Scripture, but when you think about art, something that's put into the world that once wasn't there, whether it's poetry, whether it's visual art, whether it's song, whether it's instrumental music, it's something that used to not exist, and now it is there for us to hear, for us to take part in. There's so much of God's language that is spent within art, and it's something beautiful. So gonna go ahead and do this song, and it's kind of a driving song too, so it kind of gets me pumped up. In tenderness he sought me, weary and sick with sin, and on his shoulders brought me back to his fold again. While angels in his presence sang, until the courts of heaven rang. Oh, the love that sought me. Oh, the blood that bought me. Oh, the grace that brought me to the fold of God. Grace that brought me to the fold of God. He died for me while I was sinning, needy and poor and blind. He whispered to assure me, I found thee, thou art mine. I've never heard a sweeter voice. It makes my aching heart rejoice. Oh, the love that's on me. Oh, the blood that bought me. Oh, the grace that brought me to the fold of God. Grace that brought me to the fold of God. Upon his grace I'll ponder and sing anew his praise. With all adoring wonder, his blessings I retrace. It seems as if eternal days are far too short to sing his praise. Oh, the love that sought me. Oh, the blood that bought me. Oh, the grace that brought me to the fold of God. Grace that brought me to the fold of God. Amen, amen. Brittany McCoy.
I've never been very good at baseball, but hopefully this will speak to some of you. Psalm 81. Sing for joy to God our strength. Shout aloud to the God of Jacob. Begin the music, strike the tambourine. Play the melodious harp and lyre. Sound the ram's horn at the new moon. And when the moon is full on the day of our feast, this is the decree for Israel, an ordinance of the God of Jacob. He established it as a statute for Jacob when he went out against Egypt, where he heard a language we did not understand. My Bible explains David instituted music for the temple worship services. Music and worship go hand in hand. Worship should involve a whole person. And music should help lift up a person's thoughts and emotions to God. Through music, we can reflect upon our needs and shortcomings, as well as celebrate God's greatness. Have you ever wondered about how music affects us? What is its purpose, and who is in charge of it? It was absolutely incredible for me to research about this subject and learn more the many ways that music truly does influence not only our feelings and emotions, but it also has power over our thoughts and even affects our brain chemistry. Regardless of preference, everyone's brain processes music the same way. Whether you're passionate about it, have a great knowledge of theory, like John, or you're just a casual listener, everyone's brain uses neurological bases such as pitch, melody processing, pitch resolution, rhythm, and tone to recognize that it is, in fact, music. In the art of performance, musicians are able to develop a better sense of motor control functions, timing, sequencing, and spatial organization. And though I do not have time to dive into what these terms mean today and bore you with what I find fascinating, know that your brain knows when it is listening to music, and there's a specific response. On the same note, music and language are processed in near identical functional brain areas. That is one of the reasons that we use music for young children to help them learn language, but more on that later. Music has a purpose. I mentioned how music has an effect on brain chemistry. One of the responses in the brain is the release of dopamine. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that helps control the brain's reward and pleasure centers. It also regulates movement and emotional responses, and it enables us not only to see rewards, but to take action to move toward those rewards. It's the same chemical response that happens while enjoying food, intimacy, or even drugs. Dopamine is released during the buildup and emotional height of a song, and it not only makes you feel good, but it also has the ability to influence how you associate the message of the music. After listening to 60 seconds of music, the left side of your brain, which is your logical, analytical, and reasonable side, turns off, while the right side, the creative and artistic and sometimes emotional side, remains on, allowing whatever the lyrics say to dump right into your brain. Perhaps you have thought that what you're listening to has no effect on your thoughts, motives, or your ideas. But can you really listen to any kind of music and not be affected by it? As I was preparing to speak to you, I found several studies that used music before surgery to see if it made any difference on the patient's anxiety levels and their recovery time. Just a quarter of an hour of jazz, classical, and piano music before surgery was enough to reduce anxiety and allow patients to relax and ultimately need less sedation. The studies also showed that post-operation satisfaction was significantly higher in groups who listened to music before the surgeries. The studies I researched ranged from cataract surgery, knee surgery, brain surgery, to femur surgery, and they all produced similar results. There are also studies that show when music is used during exercise, it has ergogenic, which is work-enhancing effects, and psychological effects. Listening to music during exercise can both delay fatigue and lessen the subjective perception of fatigue. It can increase physical capacity, improve energy, and influence mood. So can you listen to music and not be affected by it? It's scientifically impossible. If music is so powerful that it can affect a person's anxiety levels and physical strength, how much more powerful can it be on our minds? Be careful what you allow yourself to listen to. Music was created by God, and it's the only element on our planet that was not made here. And it is, that's okay. And it only has one purpose, to worship. The only thing that changes is the content, what we worship. If we spend 30 hours of the week allowing the world to preach its values to us, what difference will 1 hour devoted to God on Sunday make? Some of us here have the expectation that our pastor has the power to change our minds. But what really has this greater influence? Do you find yourself more often worshiping culture throughout the week, or God? Social media throughout the week, or God? Relationships, what people think of you, or God? Food, or God? We're holding ourselves back. We ask ourselves, why can't I have freedom in worship? Why can't I raise my hands? Why can't I give it all over to God? Maybe we have poured out all of our worship on lesser things. Maybe we allow ourselves too often to be distracted by the enemy's message, by listening to the music that we prefer over, and we allow it to consume our thoughts. What are the messages of some of your favorite songs? You'll never find this perfect love. It's okay to go out and party. You can only be strong if you have. I'm nothing without her. Guys only like girls like this. Girls aren't respectable if that. And the list goes on and on. We make excuses for these songs because they have a catchy beat. Or maybe the artist has also released other songs that have good messages. But we are bowing down to the wrong content. When you hear music, you bow. The deceiver has a connection to and direct influence over music. And it's said that he oversaw music and praise in heaven. And that when he was cast out of heaven, his gifts fell with him. No matter how pleasing to the ears, music can come from evil sources with ill intentions that seek to steal, kill, and destroy. This was not God's design for music. We read of the power of music in the Old Testament as it was used many times during prophecy. We know of the healing power of music used in science today. It's recommended to help in child development and even allows Alzheimer's patients to light up at a memory of a song, even after they have lost the memory of their own loved ones' names. Music and worship brings the Lord such joy. Heaven is filled with it. Even the 4 living creatures spoken of in the book of Revelation, the same passage as Tad, who stand in the center of the temple of what I think is like a worship circle. They stand around the throne of God, and they never stop saying, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God Almighty, who was and is to come." Don't waste your worship. Be intentional not only about what you do and say, but also what you listen to, because we're either worshiping God or we aren't. And music is either used to glorify Him or it's not. And know that if this is a struggle in your life and the enemy has a foothold over the way music is influencing you, victory over our enemy takes time as we repeatedly choose to worship God over anything else that promises to satisfy. If music is keeping you from becoming who God made you to be and stopping you from growing closer in your relationship with Him, turn the music off and you won't bow. The truth is that in every area of our lives, we need to ask ourselves, does this bless God? And if it doesn't, we need to check our hearts and make the change. The beauty here is that God already offers grace to us through these trials. He offers us strength to repent and turn from our sin and hope for the future, a future where we can try to live more like Him. We just need to open our hearts and pour out our worship to Him and keep our eyes fixed. Lord, as we enter into this song, Lord, I need you. Open our hearts, God. The enemy uses far more than just music to influence us. And God, he's been attacking this very moment, this very week. God, we can't do it alone. We need you. Let us pour out our hearts to Him today. Lord, I come, I confess, bowing here, I find my rest, and without you, I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. And Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found,
And Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. And teach my song to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, and when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. We'll sing Teach My Song. Yes, teach my song to rise to you. When temptation comes my way, and when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. 'Cause Jesus, you're my hope and stay. And Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you every hour. I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. We sing, Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
I'm going to introduce Alicia, who's going to wrap us up today. Alicia has a great heart for God and for people, and I just pray your hearts are open to her message.
Should I sit here or should I get on a stool? I feel nice and safe here. I feel good here, but stool. All right. I think I'm like, how am I going to sit still during the? Not very good at that, but I'm Alicia. In this actual building, I've probably been in this actual building for almost 10 years now. Born again Christian, was raised in the church, but very stoic worship. I always felt like I stuck out a lot. Went to college, and that's when I became born again. And I received true doctrine of who God is. In college, I tried to do voice lessons or something, learn more about how to improve on something, and singing was always something very personal. It was a way to deal with emotions that I wasn't allowed to feel as a kid growing up. It wasn't safe. It wasn't a good time. You know what I'm saying? I had to numb that part, and God was just opening my heart and healing that. But it wasn't until years later, when I was singing for the Lord, that I had the bravery to sing in front of people. Before it was, I could barely sing in front of the instructor, and so those lessons didn't last long. But when I was singing with the purpose and the purpose I was created for, to worship God, that's when things things clicked for me. Worship, I've learned, is like a journey, and there's no shame with wherever you're starting. God's taken me on this journey that it's intellectually, it's taking in the doctrine of the words and the lyrics. It challenges us intellectually and spiritually, like, what do we really believe about God? Do we actually believe he's a good father, or that he's this wrathful, fearful figure, you know? And then the brain, and then our, you know, and our bodies in worship, and our hearts in worship. And there's a lot of different ways to worship, and like they've already kind of talked about before, it can look like anything. The thing that God's most concerned about is your hearts, whether you've got a hand up, your eyes closed, your head bowed. There is going to be, I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a physical response, even if it's proclaiming something, whatever it looks like, that's between you and God, you know. I was praying, and it's late last night, and God's really moving, so I just wrote some things down that I really want people. It's got to click. The Father cares too much about you to simply let you slip into hearing the teaching without tending to your heart first. What I mean by that is he wants you to hear the instruction of his word. There's so much value in what he has to say to you, to shape your life in the way you think and things that you're going through, and to instill hope and encouragement. But he knows, he's so gracious as a father, he knows that when we walk in, that there's so many things going on in our world. Everybody up here, everybody out there, we may be in similar or different seasons. We may be mourning something, we may be celebrating something, we may be confused. The Lord knows that, he knows that. So he doesn't expect you to just come in and expect you to click just like that, but he's saying, it's a great opportunity when we come together to get our eyes on him and off of ourselves. That's what the message I keep hearing too. It's not about us. We're fixing our eyes on him, and that is a form of worship. Our attitude of our heart and the way we treat our spouse or our family members, our coworkers, our attitude about, you know, work, just any of those things, that's worship to God, because he cares about the attitude of your heart. So when you come in, he wants to take that time with you, just slow down and tune into him. And he's cultivating, and he's churning the soil of your heart so that you can better receive the message and the words that he has to say. And there's so much beauty in that. He also brought me to Matthew 15:8-9. And this is just really hard to take in, but it's so important. Jesus was talking to the Pharisees. The people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. In vain do they worship me, teaching as doctrines the commandments of men. The Lord cares about your heart. The Lord cares about your heart. And when you study the Psalms, one thing I've learned is that at one point in David's life, he's being pursued by the current king, King Saul, who's going to try to kill him. I mean, that's a really tough season, right? David writes psalms and these prayers, crying out for God's help. And as you're reading it, as he's spending time with the Lord in prayer and with just bringing his burdens to God, the Holy Spirit just totally shifts his gaze and his focus. And then you see in scriptures how David's now praising God. He's like, but I know you're gonna figure this out. I know you're gonna take care of this. It looks really bleak right now. I'm running for my life here. But it's fixing our eyes on God. And so I want to get right back into the song. But I also want to challenge you all, whatever that looks like. For some, it's singing out loud. That is a challenge, a step towards how can I worship God. Why would we want to withhold any worship from him? Why would we withhold that? let's not let shame or fear get in the way of that. I know when I'm singing or playing music, I'm also praying. I don't know what you guys are up to, but I know, like, in my head and in my heart, I'm thinking of the trials that are going on either in my life or someone I care about. I'm lifting that up to the Lord, and I'm saying, I'm bringing my anxiety or whatever it is to you, God. I have no idea how this is going to work out, but I'm going to fix on you. I'm going to sacrifice my emotions. I'm going to fix my eyes on you, because I know what's true and what you say is true. You need to know the word, so it helps us reorient ourselves from complaint or whatever to worshiping God in every season. And sometimes I've found that even my tears have been worship for the Lord as I'm singing. So whatever you have, the Lord wants it. He cares about your heart. He cares about your heart. He wants the walls to come down. It's you and him. And so we're going to play this song. And I want you to try to enter in that deeper place with God, that deeper place, whatever is going on. Or maybe you're walking alongside a family member or a friend who's going through a really hard season. And as we sing these things, think of them and lift up prayers. Lift up prayers. The Father hears them. And then also speak the words. What you'll find is when you're really getting into it and you allow yourself to enter into that place with your Father, he's going to bring you to a place where you receive joy even in the trials. You receive this supernatural faith and confidence that he will work it out. So this isn't a song we're going to rush. We're going to sit where it needs to be. And I'm going to do less talk, and I'm going to let the Spirit do work in your hearts. So just welcome him in today. Let's stand, or if you want to sit, kneel. There's freedom in worship, and I've been learning that. He's been teaching me that. I want to own my walk with God and not let anyone impede on that. Just, you feel like raising your hands or bowing, whatever you need to do. It's you and the Lord.
Enthroned upon the praises of 1,000 generations, you are worthy, Lord of all. And unto you, the slain and risen King, we lift our voice to heaven, singing worthy, Lord of all. Be enthroned upon the praises of 1,000 generations. You are worthy, Lord of all. And to you, a slain and risen King, we lift our voice to heaven, singing worthy, Lord of all. our voice to heaven, singing worthy, Lord of all.
Worship is a living thing. And we enter in at heart level with our God. He can move mountains. He gives us faith, encouragement. He gives us clarity. He gives us gentleness. He answers prayers. It's an interactive experience. So right now, I want you to pray and sing over whatever you're going through. Maybe there's financial issues. Maybe you're estranged from your family. But I want you to picture the soil of your heart, the soil of the hearts around you, the people in this situation. And I want you to imagine receiving the rain of the Lord and just crying out for more. The Holy Spirit. Just picture that rain falling. So let it rain, Spirit. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. We pray. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. We cry out. Open the floodgates of heaven. We know you're working, God. Let it rain. Let it rain. We receive your rain. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. We receive your rain. We believe you're working, God. Let it rain. Open the floodgates of heaven. Be enthroned. Be enthroned. Be enthroned upon the praises of 1,000 generations. You are worthy, Lord of all. My faith will rise unto you, a slain and risen King. Lift our voice to heaven, singing worthy, Lord of all. Spirit, you are working in my heart. Sing, be enthroned. Be enthroned upon the praises of 1,000 generations. You are worthy, Lord of all. And unto you, our slain and risen King, we lift our voice to heaven, singing worthy, Lord of all.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so thankful, so unbelievably thankful for an opportunity to come in here for a few minutes and just bow before you, Lord, to take off our thrones, to take off everything that just weighs us down, Lord, and just praise you. Everything about us, Lord, is yours. Everything. We love you, Lord. I'm so thankful for every single person in this church, Lord, and we just pray over everything that this church is walking through, the individual people that are here, their lives, the things that they're struggling with, Lord. We just bring it to you and lay it before you, Lord, because you love us. And it's that love, Lord, it's that love that we look for so much in this world and we never find it. We look everywhere, Lord, and we come away frustrated and empty-handed, Lord, because the only true love, the only perfect, beautiful, flawless love is yours, Lord. It's at the throne. It's where we need to be, Lord. So may we never, 1Mosaic, may we never walk in here again taking this opportunity lightly. May we never be distracted by the outside world. Lord, help us to come in and clear away the world and everything that slows us down, Lord. May it be your power that changes us. When we come in here each week, Lord, and just sing. It doesn't matter if you sound beautiful. It doesn't matter if you sound like these guys. We're not all going to. It's the heart. Like Alicia said, it's your heart he wants. So may we be forever be able to walk into this house or any house, wherever we may meet, and just lay our hearts and lay our lives in front of you, Lord, because they are yours. Lord, we love you and we thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, wow. Couple of things. When you clap, remember, it's not for us. That's not why we want you to clap. You go see a band and you clap for them. Don't you ever clap for us. That's an insult up here, right? We don't. Believe me, there's part of us that wants it, but we're already fighting that part, right? So you clap for him because it's about him. Next week, the worship here will be horrible because we will not be here. It'll be quiet. It'll just be you standing there by yourself singing like, wow, summers are really slow around 1Mosaic. So we will be at Dan? Grand Pavilion. I don't even know where that's at. I'm going to pretend like I do, but I'll find out this week, and I'm sure we'll hear more about it midweek. And the treasure box is on the way out, guys. Dan talked about giving last week. I'm not even going to start on that because I could talk for another half hour on that, but please, your giving to God is a worship, and everything that you give is the power that this church has to do anything that it does. It's not about buying Dan a four-wheeler. It's not about buying something else around here. The world wants to tell you that. The world wants to tell you it's about waste and about purchasing things. And why does the church need that? It's not. It's about buying people things. It's about putting people in homes. It's about building a community and having a church like this and having the lights on where people can come in and have their lives changed by God. That's what giving is about. So please, start today. Start giving. And thank you. Have an awesome week. Love you guys. Beautiful.